Thank you for joining me. If you're joining live, do say hello and let me know where you're coming in from. Again, welcome to the Relationship Communications Weekly Live. I'm thrilled that you're here with me. And if you're joining me for the first time, I'm Lisa DeToffol, and I'm the founder of Relationship Communications. It's my online community where I work with established and aspiring entrepreneurs. And today I'm going to be your host for the Relationship Communications Weekly Live, which is my weekly live stream show that airs every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So I do hope that you will add that to your calendar and make plans to join me every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And my goal here is to share tactical and practical information to help you get to where you want to go faster than you can get on your own. I've been an entrepreneur now for 7 years, and I've made many mistakes. And I'm here to tell you that I can help move you through them more quickly by sharing what I have learned through my experiences. So again, let me know if you're here joining me live. Say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. And we are streaming in various different places. So if you are watching us on YouTube, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button or ring that bell so that you can be notified every time that we do go live. And today we're going to be talking about sprinkling your way to clients. I'll explain a little bit more in detail what sprinkling means when I get started. But before we jump into our topic, I do want to introduce myself today. So before starting my business, I was a preschool teacher back in 2017 and 25 years prior to that. And I had dreamed of working from home. But I had been through 2 messy divorces and been a single mom twice, and it didn't seem possible at that time. I was the breadwinner for my household and a little bit scared to take a chance and go out and do anything on my own. Then I met my husband, Jeff, in 2012, and then that was when I could see the possibility of my dream coming true. However, it was not an easy task by any means. With his support, I started a training program to learn how to be a virtual assistant in 2018, which also showed me how to start my own business. By the end of that 6-month program, I had a couple of clients and have continued to grow my business. And now the Tiger Eye Solution team, which was established in 2021, every single year. And so my life looks a whole lot different now than it did back then, for sure. So these are all my children, my grandchildren, and of course my husband, Jeff. So we all enjoyed a great holiday weekend this past weekend, as I hope you did as well. If you're located here in the U.S., we celebrated Labor Day on Monday. So that's kind of the official ending of summer for us here in the U.S. So I do hope everyone is prepared and ready to go into the fall season. I know I am. So let's jump into sprinkling your way to clients. In order to have a successful business, it's very important to have a steady stream of clients or customers. And how I do that is by what I call sprinkling. It sounds a little bit better than saying marketing. So sprinkling is a form of marketing per se, okay? Marketing sounds more like a boring job and it's tedious. And I don't really want to do tedious things. So sprinkling, on the other hand, is something that can be done every single day with some effort. I think of it as sprinkling my way to new clients. So let me give you some examples of this and let you know that it's important to do this every single day. I've heard many entrepreneurs say I handle my marketing on Friday, and I sometimes don't see how you can do it in one lump sum altogether in one day, because you can miss a lot of opportunities, right? So my sprinkling method I do on a daily basis. Now there are other forms of follow-up that I do on Fridays. I'm sure if you follow me on social media, you see the follow-up Friday post come out every single Friday. So yes, follow-up is very important. And that's also a form of marketing. And we have talked about that at different times in the past. So let's talk about what the opportunities are for sprinkling, okay? The number one way is, in my opinion, is to have a steady stream of clients, is to write a newsletter on a regular basis, okay? If you write a newsletter, you stay in front of the people that you know on a regular basis. You show your expertise and you talk about the type of work that you do, okay? This is really important and not without effort. But once you have that newsletter content, you can do so much more with it. You can post it on social media. You can share it, all kinds of different things. So think really hard about writing an email newsletter on a regular basis. Another idea, which I think works particularly well, is, and you can also use Zoom, is you can host networking events. So think about it. What you would do if, you pull together all your contacts that you want to invite, send them an invitation, set up a Zoom call, and you can either have a guest speaker or you can speak about a topic. That's one way to do networking events. Or you can do it like ask specific questions, or maybe have breakout rooms to where, the people you invite can go into rooms and have one-on-one conversations with other people that are attending the event as well. There's several different ways you can host networking events, okay? So think about it, how powerful that is. So here you are on Zoom with all the people you have invited and you're hosting. And you share, I'm Lisa DeToffol. Thank you for coming today. For those of you that don't know me well, I'm a virtual assistant and I work with business owners and help them with their admin tasks, website updates, and social media. You kind of share your little elevator speech, if you will, and also go around the room and give everyone else the opportunity to do the same. So there you are, in front of the room, being generous, having an event, showcasing what you do. You give a talk on something specific that you do. For me, I could talk about follow-up or delegating, because those are, follow-up is something that I do on a regular basis, and delegating is something my clients do when they choose to work with my virtual assistant business. Or onboarding new clients. Everybody possibly onboards new clients and customers. It may look different for each individual business, because every business is different. Sorry. So think about having or hosting a networking event. If this is something that you're interested in, I do host a networking event. I will tell you more about that in a few minutes. Every month. If you would be interested in co-hosting my networking event, let's have a conversation. That way you could get a little practice in hosting an event, and we could do it together, right? So much fun. So just give that a little bit of thought, but I'll share more about that event in a few moments. So, you can also post on social media. This is a big one, right? So, so that you could use your newsletter copy, whatever article or information you have written in your newsletter, you can use that in social media posts. But, it's the bottom line is being in front of the people that need to see you, okay? The same way to stay in front of people is sprinkling. This all is part of sprinkling or marketing, is to stay in front of people that you know. And these three ways are a good way to do that, because you are staying in front of them. They're seeing your posts on social media. They're coming to your networking events, or they're reading your newsletter. that you're sending out on a regular basis. Now, another one, this is one of my favorites, handwritten notes. If you've been around me for a while, you know, and you possibly could have received one from me. So handwritten notes is a lost art. But I have to say, you know, this can be really important. And I've noticed recently that I have been receiving more than I normally do. People, you know, thinking of me or maybe attending an event that I have or something. They're thinking about me and sending me like a thank you card or a thinking of you card or, you know, whatever the case may be. Or thanking me for helping them get a new client, or, you know, a client thanking me for doing the work that I do for them, you know, me and my team. The physical mail is a great way to stay in front of the people that you know. And like I said, this is one of my favorites. I use it often because our mailboxes have become so filled with junk. Really, either bills or junk, right, is basically what we receive in the physical mail these days. So getting an authentic note or card is delightful, right? Surprising, appreciative, all the things. So you could absolutely do that. I have a specific platform that I use called Send Out Cards that I use to send out notes and cards. If you'd like to learn more about that, let's have a conversation. I'd be happy to share about that platform and how it works. But it's a great way. They do a lot of the work for you. You just create a beautiful card. But if you'd like to learn more about that platform, please let's have a conversation. So now what I suggest is that with your note, be sure to include your business information along with your logo, etc. That can consist of your name, URL if you have a website, and your email address and phone number. Kind of the same information you would put on a business card. You don't want to include a business card. Now, do not put a business card in this mail in the card if you're actually if you actually go to the store and purchase maybe thank you cards or something and send it out yourself. Please do not put a business card in that card that you're sending to that person. You can put some of the information off your business card on the card, but don't put a business card in there, okay? But again, you could include your contact information, your name, your URL, your email address, phone number. But again, don't put your business card in there. The reason for this is that makes it feel salesy. You know, you're not sending this card to that person to try to sell them anything or to try to get them to purchase from you. That's not the purpose or the reason for you sending them a card. Especially, you know, if it's a thank you card, you're thanking them for something that they did for you, right? So you absolutely would not be trying to sell them anything if you're sending them a thank you card. So don't put a business card in that card when you're sending it out. Again, that makes it feel salesy, and you really, you know, want this to feel like a gift to the person that you're sending it to. Not an advertisement for your business. So that's not the reason you're sending out these notes and cards. You're not advertising your business and what you do. You're making the person you're sending it to feel appreciated and special, okay? So, and, you know, you've included enough information. You know, you've maybe wrote a little short thank you note in there, whatever it is you want to say to them. And maybe on the back of the card or something, include your contact information or whatever, or, you know, in your signature line when you sign the card, you could put your contact information, you know, under your signature as well. But you have enough information already included in that card about your business to where you don't need to put your business card in there, okay? So there are many ways to sprinkle you can use some of these: the newsletter, the networking events, the social media posting, and handwritten notes and cards. If you have any questions about any of these different items, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you, help you get it started, set up, whatever it is you need, to where you can start sprinkling more. Even the follow-up emails that I do is a part of my sprinkling. I'll be happy to share more information about that as well. I do my follow-up sprinkling emails every single day. I send 3 to 4 out every single day. And I'd be happy to explain that to you as well and how that works. Also, I want to invite you. This is our networking mixer. The Relationship Communications community has a networking mixer once a month. And our next mixer will be on September 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I do hope you'll add this to your calendar, make plans to attend. And again, if you're interested in co-hosting the networking mixer with me, by all means, let's have a conversation. And you can help me co-host one of the networking mixers. Again, we do this once a month. And our next one is for September is September 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Also want to share about an exciting event coming up. Starts on September the 10th. It's a 3-day event all around networking. It's called From Nothing to Networking. It does start September the 10th through the 17th. And there's so much in there that you will not want to miss. I will share with you how to start your networking journey or build your network on a regular basis, no matter if you're starting from scratch, if you're just starting to network, or if you have tried networking before. These are tried and true methods that I teach that I have been doing myself since 2018. Everyone is welcome to this 3-day event. It is a free event to attend. However, you do need to sign up in order to attend because it takes place in a private Facebook group. So in order to get invited to that private Facebook group, you do need to sign up to be a part of that event. And part 1 will be on September the 10th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. This will be a lot of fun. We have prizes to give away as well, so you don't want to miss it. Part 1 is where we'll talk about what is networking. And then part 2 takes place on September 15th. That's kind of a magical one because you'll learn how to get real about your networking. And then part 3 takes place on September 17th. And that is where you learn how to start from where you are. There will be homework, bonuses, and so much more. And I'm going to open the doors to the Networking Method Academy, my 6-month signature course on how to make the most of your networking efforts. So I'd love to have you think about that as well. Again, I would love for you to sign up for the Networking Method Launchpad that starts on September the 10th. If you have any questions about that, please reach out, send me a message, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. I hope everyone has a great week, and I will see you again soon.